Guys, Carlos Cortez here. It is here. It is absolutely here. I'm truly excited about this discussion today in our podcast. Today, we're going to talk about securing your retirement via indexing. What that basically means is you no longer have to worry about losing money in the stock market. You no longer have to worry about the crashing dollar. You no longer have to worry about the financial reset and having this social credit score dictate how much money you should be receiving. Because if you act now and you are proactive in what you're doing, you will avoid all this nonsense and all this noise when it goes back to the simple principle of let's just keep it simple and secure your retirement. You guys have heard me talk about green money. Green money offers the ability to protect your principal. It offers the ability to protect you from creditors. It also protects you from the volatility of the stock market. Now, we can look at everything. We look at the United States in a whole. We look at the BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China. We understand that they're trying to create their own dollar. They have their own road incentive map that they're creating, which is like a Panama Canal on steroids. They want to be anti-American. They want to take the dollar out of their hands. India just came out saying they're going to denominalize their currency. They're taking money, the rupees, out of the currency. So India is trying to make a run on China, guys. Like, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of our jobs are going, instead of to China, are going to India. So look for India to be a big player in this as they try to grow their economy. But look for India to really, really start taking off. I know everything is Chinese focused and everything's made in China, but that's going to shift. I don't know why, but that is shifting with all the resources I've been reading. But India should be a really, really big component on it. But how does this affect you and you, Mr. Client, you, Mr. Patriot, you, Mr. Retiree? You've worked 20, 30 years. You have a little bit saved up. You have a lot saved up. Whatever that amount is, it's important because it's yours and you have emotions that tie to it. So what I wanted to just simply discuss with you is securing your retirement is more important than ever. It is actual a biblical concept. It really is a biblical concept. So what I wanted to say, in the late 90s, there was a product called a fixed index annuity. This particular insurance contract, I'm going to refer to it as insurance contract, has the ability to allow account owner, to participate in the upswings of the stock market without any risk. The problem is that the older versions of these were terrible. They capped you at like 2 or 3%. You were better off buying a CD, and then they limit you to only typically 5 to 10% a year without penalty. So no one would do it. But up until now, as of recent history, early 2000s, they evolved. What they found out is that in 2001, there was such a massive influx into these insurance contracts that Wall Street got sick, and they created these rules called the DOL. Actually, they created this bill of the 151A bill, and basically they wanted to make fixed index insurance contracts a security. The definition of security is anything that involves a risk. Well, it went to court with big insurance companies years down the road. The verdict came out. It was never a security because there was no losses. It went through the court system saying that there was no losses, so it would never ever be labeled a security. Now, Washington didn't like that. Someone had an itch for these type of products. Obama and Pocahontas. We won't say any other names. So guess what happened? If they can't beat them in the court, we're just going to write a law against it. We'll just write a law against it, and the law will get them. So they actually went in the government and created a DOL rule, the fiduciary rule. The fiduciary rule is a very important rule, and I actually support it in a certain way, because people cannot talk about your retirement without being licensed. Speaking of licenses, I am a financial advisor. I am securities licensed. If you are interested in a consultation, give us a call, 813-448-3446, and we can see how we can create a custom plan for you. But everything in this video is for educational purposes only. I am not giving investment advice. Anything in this podcast should not be considered investment advice. Should be for educational purposes only. All right. But I'm saying this because most people that you listen to that speak financial, they are not licensed. They are not licensed. So you got to be careful. Like the Dave Ramsey of the world, the Martha Stewart and what's that lady's name? Susie Orman. They're not licensed professionals, guys. They're not licensed. Dave Ramsey refers all his stuff to licensed professionals. And it's my opinion, my experience, that those professionals don't even really walk the walk. So that's another story I'll get into later. But today is not about Dave Ramsey. Today is how in earth can you secure your retirement? The time to act is now, guys. Like it is imperative. Like the market is not stable. The volatility index is at 17, 18. We have stupid high inflation. We have a debt crisis where they want to add $4 trillion to the debt ceiling. They keep on kicking the can. I told you guys they will continue to kick the can like they've always done with these government shutdowns and printing money. They keep on kicking the can. So we have that problem, the debt crisis problem. We have a falling dollar. We have a falling stock market. We have an idiotic administration. We have the woke agenda trying to impose their stakeholder capitalism on Wall Street. And we have fake wars that are really not even about war. It's about the silver that's in the ground, because Russia is the biggest provider of silver in the world, and Ukraine wants it because that is the new oil that's going to supply this woke artificial intelligence embedded agenda that will have a Luciferian takeover with the social credit score. That's what they want to do. They want to control, trace, and track you. And we got to protect ourselves. This is obviously what is going on. The discernment that God has given me to see this is completely clear as day, my friends. So one of the things I'm really excited about is talking about green money, the history of indexing. You no longer have to have your money in the stock market anymore. As a former stockbroker, I love the risky investments. I love the high standard deviation investments, high ADX scores, high alphas, questionable betas. I love the aggressiveness. I love the day trade. I loved it all. But when it comes to your retirement, you got to go the biblical way. And that biblical way is basically building your wealth slowly and protecting it. Building your wealth slowly and protecting it. Building your wealth slowly and compounding and protecting it. And we can only do that. We can only do that with safe money. As a former stockbroker, it's not Tesla stock. It is not a mutual fund. It is not your 401k. It is not gold and silver. It is not having a newsletter and picking up stocks. It is not Bitcoin. It is not cryptocurrency. It is steady Eddie wins the race. Actually, let me talk about my Bible verse here. I downloaded it on my phone. Proverbs 13:11 through 20. Yeah, Proverbs 13:11. Wealth quickly gained is quickly wasted. Easy come, easy go. But if you gradually gain wealth, you will watch it grow. This is a biblical concept. So when reading that and dissecting that, we like conservative returns that are really good, but also puts the edge towards the client, not the house, which is the Wall Street casino. So if I can show you a way to guarantee your principal, grow when the market takes off, we're still America. The markets are not going to go anywhere. You may not agree with some of the GDP and all the political nonsense, and I 100% agree with you for agreeing that. But America is still going to grow. It does not look like it right now. My father and all other troops, my father did not die, but there were some troops that gave it all. They didn't die for our country for nothing. They died for our freedoms, our medical freedoms, our freedom of commerce, our freedom of entrepreneurship, our religious freedom, our social freedom. The beautiful strength of America is still around, guys. Anyways, I wanted to say that indexing provides a huge advantage to you. So much that I believed in it that I walked away from Wall Street. I walked away from Wall Street because Wall Street was not allowing me to offer these accounts to clients. And how can I do what's best for a client if I can't offer green money? As a former stockbroker, FINRA Series 7 stockbroker, they would not allow me to even have a podcast to even expose anything. I had to walk away from that and only become an investment advisor. I know you probably don't understand that, but in my industry, as a former Series 7 representative, you cannot have a political opinion. And more importantly, like you always, yes, you have to do what's right for the client, but really you have to do what's best for the broker-dealer as well and for the organization. I didn't agree with that. So what I'm telling you is that life insurance companies have a lot of money, and what you'll see is that they partnered with mutual fund companies. Investment banks and their traders have partnered with insurance companies. I'll give you some examples. Nationwide, about 10 years ago, partnered with JP Morgan Chase. AIG partnered with Merrill Lynch before the takeover of Bank of America. You'll see North American partnered with Barclays. You'll see Sentinel Security partnered with Credit Suisse, now UBS. All the investment in smart money are actually with the insurance companies. They're strong. You want to go with strong companies, B++ or A- or even A. You want to go with smart companies, and that will be there no matter how long you're around. The insurance company will be there longer than you. So I say all that because there's no reason to take any more risk, guys. Like, the market's going down. The market's unstable. I mean, standard deviations are high. You don't know where the market's going. It's looking bad. And in 2024, there's going to be a run in the stock market. It will be artificially driven. But if you are in the stock market, if you have mutual funds, 401ks, and let's just say you made a 20, 30%, remember, they have to make stupid face Biden look amazing. They're not going to crash the stock market election year, in my opinion. The news media is going to make him look like the all be all. We saw this all the time. I've said all these events. If you followed me for the past 3 or 4 years, everything that we've said has been on the money. I will admit if there's a mistake that I've said, I will admit it. I will own it. I'll do whatever. But one thing I know is that the stock market will go up in 2024 because they have to make Joe Biden look good. He's been an abysmal failure in every single thing, from the Afghanistan pullout, from the Mexican wall, from the drug issue, from taking away prescription drugs to inflation. I mean, you name it. Everything has been a massive screw up. They're going to make him look good. The Joker can't even ride a bike, for crying out loud, or even go up the stairs. And we want him to we want him to run our country. No, we don't want him. We know it was stolen. We know. So, okay, I'm getting off track here. We want to secure your retirement. So what recently, because of the high interest rates that are out right now, that is bad for mortgage owners. That's bad for if you're buying a car. That's bad for credit card holders. Now it's time to flip the edge. You want to make money in these high interest rates? Get you an insurance contract that's going to grow your assets without losses. So what I'm introducing, I can't say any company names because they're not approved and I don't want to deal with the PR. So I'm going to show you the concept. I'm going to show you the concept of this index annuity contract that guarantees your principal and how it works and the ability for it to literally change your retirement, protect it. You don't have to buy gold and silver and deal with people that want to charge you 25% to buy it and 22% to sell it. Don't do that. That is dumb. That is really, really dumb. You want to protect your principal, 100%. When you buy this stuff here, I believe in it, but it's not worth all your retirement. And I really believe silver is going to take off more so than gold. All right. But when you buy that, you are not insuring your money. You think you are. And I don't care who you're speaking to. If they say the word insurance on your money, then run, because that is not insurance. Insurance is guarantees. Insurance is when you have Hurricane Maria come over your home and the roof falls off. The insurance company will step in and replace it. That's insurance. Where's the insurance on your money? I question you. Ask your advisor when you go home today or whenever you get a chance to check your accounts and you have a chance to speak with your advisor. Ask him, where's the insurance on my money? What is the guarantees on my money? Look, even if you just decide to do business with us or not, I still want you to understand that you have to have insurance these days on your money. Like, I'm not talking about FDIC insurance. We see how much of a debacle that is with Yellen keep on giving away the farm. Like, our future is in jeopardy. One thing I love about Paulina Luna, is that she does not want to go negotiate the future of America. Like, why keep on printing and printing money? She's the only one talking about that right now. Anyways, you got to have insurance on your money, guys. You just have to have principal. And so in the 90s, there was these products that really didn't do well because they had these caps and they're like 5-6%. Market went up 20-30%. But when 2017 happened, this particular account went up 40%. Like, the returns are ridiculous on these things, guys. So the way it works is that since these investment banks are now with safe money insurance companies, they have the ability to be very complicated and complex for their office. But for you, it is very, very simple, but yet sophisticated. And I want to talk about an index. This particular index has the ability. It's a smart index. It does use AI to help with the rules based, but it's rules based, so it's not going to be emotionally based. You know how you get upset? You get upset and you're like, oh, I need to pull out. The market's going down. Well, what if there's an index that automatically, tactically does that for you? What if there's an index that can grow with the S&P 500, can grow with the NASDAQ, and then when it feels the storm coming, it goes into commodities and treasuries? 4 major assets. You got commodities, you have treasuries, you have the QQQs, which is the NASDAQ, and you have the SPY, which is the S&P 500. These are 2 major equity indices that really track the performance of the economy. Guys, if these indices don't grow, there is no America. There is no America. Like, if there's no growth in the market, there's no GDP, there's no capitalism, there is no America. So you might as well put your money in the growth of America. And particularly, this company is going to come out with an all-American index. So when you're buying the S&P 500 and the QQQs, down the road, we're going to be able to say, yes, these are all American companies that are not going to focus on India, Russia, and China. They're not going to support on the stupidity of this ESG woke agenda. That is my goal. And if they can't do it, I sure will do it. God will give me the knowledge. If he's called me to be the light in Wall Street, he will give me the knowledge. I promise you that. Because the word says we are more than conquerors. And so if I need to start my own fund, I will do it. I will do it. I already have the name. I already have the vision. And if I need to take charge and leadership, I will do it. But I want to educate you guys in the process. So we have a volatility index that has the ability to transition into these different asset classes when there's rising interest rates, when there's a terrorist attack, when there's a deflating dollar. Commodities is the hedge. Commodities is the best place for rising inflation. That's why gold and silver is really popular. But it's not just gold and silver. It's also pork bellies. It's also wheat. It is also copper. It is commodities. Coffee, cocoa, pork bellies, wheat, flour, soybeans. These are really, really good commodities, lumber. And so you need to be able to have access to a rising inflationary asset. And it's not just precious metals. It is a whole plethora of asset classes in the commodities market. Well, now we have an index that can track the growth of the markets and still be in commodities. And when the commodities are doing bad because they're very, very volatile, it has the ability to shift into treasuries. So these four asset classes unilaterally working every single day, it gets rebalanced for the rest of your life with an A-rated insurance company. Oh, and guess what? You know what the catch is? The catch is, since it's an insurance contract backed by the strength of a nationally recognized company, A-rated, that is employee-owned, by the way. So that means it's not going to be sold out to another conglomerate and they screw the policy owners or the account owners. No, we're talking about an American company that was born here, that has been around for longer than you and I combined, and they continue to be A-rated. They continue to have the best rates. They came out with a product that is designed for us. We can literally protect our principal, grow our accounts, and the projections that they have based on very, very conservative projections. You're talking about quadrupling your money inside of 10 years. They are a 10-year contract, and so the downside is you have only access to 10% a year within those 10 years. It is an index annuity I'm talking about, but it's a high growth, no fee, unlimited gains. So if the market is doing well, you are going to kill it. If the market does bad, the index will do bad, but you lose nothing. It is completely amazing. This is not worth your whole retirement. It is worth your nest egg and money that you want to protect and that you're comfortable having access to only 10%. So what does that look like? Imagine, not imagine, this is actually a real client. A client called me up several months ago, and this product just came out actually. The company's been around for over 100 years, but this product just came out. So if you can show example one, this client had $998,000 in his 401k. He just wanted to secure it. He said, Carlos, I want to grow this money, but more importantly, with all the junk that's going on in the world, I just want to secure it. Like, what does that look like? How can we do that? I don't want to buy gold and silver. I don't want to lose $150,000 to commissions to buy something that is volatile. What do you offer? And so I was able to show him the power of indexing using green money methods, safe money methods. All we did was we just moved a portion. Now this client was wealthy. He had $998,000 that we just allocated. He had other assets and still has other assets. But all we did was we put it in this contract. And look at the growth on this. On example 1, you'll see that within 8 years, a projection shows that less than $1 million is worth over $4 million inside of 8 years. How would you like to have these returns? I'm talking 30, 40% inside of 2 years. Heck, even 60%, because that's what the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 and commodities do. That is their track record. We finally have a product. We finally have a system that's going to protect you from the downside of the markets, that's going to protect you from creditors, that's going to protect you from a global reset. Because if these companies go belly up, there is no America. This is not no FDIC insured product. This is like the massive strength. This is the backbone of America. You are investing in America. You're not investing in a woke company that wants to promote this LGBTQ garbage that is going on. You want to support American companies that have your values. So give us a call, 813-448-3446. Just say, I want to see if I can have the new insurance, index insurance account that Carlos was talking on his podcast. That's all you got to say. Just book an appointment with us, 813-448-3446. This client is going to be happy. There's no fees, no asset management fees. You literally make 120% of whatever this index does every 2 years, and it goes into your account value. The surrender charges are pretty light. We can write this contract in all states except for liberal land face Dipin, New York. So pretty much every single state besides New York. They just don't like safe money. Isn't that convenient? So they want their citizens to just be in red money in the stock market. They don't want any safe money insurance companies protecting their citizens. They have no interest in that. Ooh, so maybe these investments are paying off. These investment companies are paying off these politicians or whoever's in charge. Would you look at that? Maybe that will be another podcast. Maybe that will be a documentary, actually. So, anyways, I don't want to spill the beans on what I'm working on. However, I just wanted to introduce how beautiful this account could be. So here's an example of me. I'm 40 years old, just turned 40. You guys know that. What if I put $50,000? What if I put $50,000 and just let it sit forever? Like, I can just put the money away for retirement. And this is what a lot of clients do. They'll gain 50 to 100,000 in their 401ks that they have access to, or an outside IRA. And every 50 or 100,000, heck, you can even do it every 20,000. They just keep on buying these safe money accounts at different times. My dad personally, every 50 grand that he gets, he just buys in a safe money account. My pops is 70 years old. He keeps on buying them because he knows the banks can fail. The banks are not giving you anything. That 4% is not going to last. That is just a teaser rate. So here is example number 2. If you can show that. Example number 2 is me. If I was to put 50,000 at 40 years old, it grows to $820,000. $820,618,000. This is the power of compounding with no losses, with no fees. It's unheard of, guys. Like, we have access to these products. You do not have access to this at your bank or your Merrill Lynch guy or your Edward Jones. They do not practice safe money investments. Period. They don't like these accounts. So here is me, at 40, 50K going in. In 10 years, it quadruples to 202,000. In 20 years, it has grown to 820,000. I'll be 60 years old with $820,000. That's not a bad life. Like, if I can just take 5% out or 6% off close to $1 million, that's $45,000 to $50,000 a year. Granted, inflation is going to be high, but what if I was able to add another 50,000 a year or two from now, or 100,000 a year from now? Now we're starting to see this growth happening, compounding 20 years from now, and you're taking 5% out. You have a lifetime income. You never run out of money because the index is always growing. Yes, some years are going to be bad, but 73% of the time, the S&P and the NASDAQ is growing. 73%. I would rather take my chances on the growth of our country that has been proven, even through dark times. Like, there's nothing worse than the Great Depression. And after the Great Depression, the stock market boomed. So you need to align yourselves with a high growth contract like this for a portion of your IRA, a portion of your 401k. If that is you, give us a call, 813-448-3446, or you're going to book an appointment with us at CortezWM.com. Myself, Josh, or Dustin, one of my consultants, will make sure this is suitable for you. We can move IRA money. We can move money from the bank. We can move estate money. We could move any type of 401ks, old 401ks, into these contracts as an IRA. We can move SEP IRAs, 457s, military 403bs. I mean, it doesn't matter. We can move it all. We can move brokerage accounts. Like, if you want to get out of the stock market, then give us a call. We want to help you. Like I said, it's not meant for all your money, but a good portion of it can go into a portion that you want to protect. And in 2023, my friends, it is not looking good. There's so much fundamental risk out there that you shouldn't be playing with your retirement at retirement age at 60 years old. So what if you make another 5, 10, 12, 15, 19%? Is that really going to change your life? But what if you lost another 40%? I'm sure that would change your life. So give us a call. We want to protect your funds. We want to give you an account that is actually going to grow. And once you understand that Albert Einstein said it the best, the eighth world wonder is compounding. The eighth world wonder is compounding. And it's incredible, because if you look at this particular client in example one, literally $998,000. Now, I know not everybody has $1 million in retirement, but this guy did, and it just looks amazing. $4 million, up to $4 million in 8 years, guys. Not even in 10 years. And this is a very, very sophisticated system. I can't say the word it's going to guarantee that it's going to grow, but he's in a well position to not lose anything. And if it grows, great. Even if it grows half. So $1 million grows to $2 million. He is not going to be upset. Even if it underperforms, he is not going to be upset, because there was no losses and it was steady Eddie. It was a biblical concept, right? Like what it just said in Proverbs. Anyways, I'm really excited about this particular index, guys, because there's no fees. You're going to get compounding interest. You are investing in America with an American company. You have the ability to call them. You have the ability to speak with them directly, not speak with some guy that you don't understand and his name is Peter when he's really in a basement of India and, streaming from a Slumdog Millionaire hood. We don't know where these people are at. And unfortunately, every single financial institution is sending their call centers to these countries that don't even know our laws. They don't even know our securities laws. But yet they're able to say whatever they want, and you can't even understand them, and you get to run around. Guys, we're sick of that. You'll never get that with my company, period. That's a promise. And if it is, we'll just fire them. This movement is big, guys. This movement is massive. I want you to be a part of it. Protect your principal. Give us a call, 813-448-3446. When you do business with us, you're supporting our show. You're supporting American lives. You're supporting churches. You're supporting ministry. And you're supporting America. Get out of the banks. Don't get your money out of the banks, guys. It's not safe to just have your life savings in a checking account. Many of you have money in a checking account and call us and saying, I don't know what to do. Well, I'll tell you one thing, you need to get it out of the bank, because if a bank goes belly up, you do not want to be in an FDIC receivership. It is not good. It is not good. You need your money now. So give us a call, 813-448-3446. Visit us at cortezwm.com. We want to work with God-fearing patriots. We want to work with clients that think like us and understand our values, because we share the same values, morals, and ethics. And we want to keep God, country, and family at the cusp of everything. I know I'm not a right fit for everybody, and that's okay. I don't want to be a right fit for everybody because I'm only one person. However, we want to help as many Americans possible from the Wall Street casino. With that being said, guys, I appreciate your time today. And don't forget our sponsors, switchmyproductsusa.com. If you want to shop American with all your consumables, from your cleaners to your deodorants to your candles, all the woke stuff that's going on with Target and Bud Light and all these companies going woke. We just want to invest in companies and do business with companies that are God, country, and family, that support the cross, that are patriot, and that products are made here in America. It's that simple. Go to switchmyproductsusa.com. The link is in my description, as well as Cortez WM and America First Retirement Plan.com. If you want to learn more about our process, just go to americafirstretirementplan.com. The link will be in the description. You can download our free guide, and it talks about the colors of money and how we invest, and you can learn a little bit about our firm. Guys, I'm out of here. I have to take my son to Boston for his final ice hockey tournament. He has 3 trips in Boston, and this is his last one. He won the last tournament and completely didn't win anything the first tournament, his team. So hopefully we can get another win. God bless you guys, and remember to pray every day. Spend time with the Lord. Ask him into your heart, because the money stuff will go away, but your eternal salvation is forever. So ask Jesus Christ into your heart. He is our daily source. He is our inspiration. He is our everything. He's the reason why we do everything. And so this platinum is dedicated to the salvation of others and to the wisdom and knowledge that God gives us, period. Well, God bless you guys, and we are out of here. Bye-bye.